I'm with you.
All right, today we got Gary John on the line, one of my clients who's gone through the LRVO marketing promotional formula. And I wanted to get him on today to kind of get his input on what we've done so far and kind of what it's done for him and his business. Gary, if you can, just give us a little background about yourself, where you're from, type of bar you run, just a brief overview.
Sure. I'm in San Diego, California. I have a venue called the Air Condition Lounge. I've been operating it, started it over 10 years ago. So I'm in my 11th year. It's in the heart of San Diego, not downtown, not the high traffic gas lamp area, but an older part of town. It's a neighborhood dance lounge. So we do cocktails, craft cocktails, but primarily we make our money off the DJs 7 nights a week, people coming in to dance.
Okay. And, before we started working together, what kind of marketing did you do, or what did you do to get new customers in the door? And, how did that work out for you with all the marketing you were doing before we started working together?
Sure. So primarily, we did 3 things. Number one is printing flyers and posters to kind of a labor-intensive thing to get them put around town. And we're finding that posters were being pulled down more often than not by violating some city standard. Okay. Number 2 was emailing 8,000 people on our list, and over the years, seeing a very small amount of them, smaller and smaller amount of them getting opened up. And number 3 was Facebook. I have a promotions manager who on Facebook putting things on. I ended up using I found a service that would help me think about things to post on Facebook for the business, and I was using that as well. And those are primarily our 3 things. So social media, print, and email.
Okay. And how did those things work out for you? I mean, were they profitable? Were they working, or what would you say?
I would say they were ineffective.
Okay.
Those things may have worked years ago, but they were not working any longer.
Right.
And so I was looking for something. Well, I wasn't even looking at the moment when I first came across your stuff, but it struck a chord with me.
Okay. And, since we've been working together, I mean, I know you sent me an email with a testimonial from a lady who was just kind of blown away by the marketing that was being sent to them through the emails and through the letters. I mean, what have you seen with the type of marketing that I've put together for you compared to what you were doing before? And, I mean, do you think it's better than what you were doing before? Is it getting you better results? Or, what's your input on that?
Okay. So before, I was kind of following just whims and trends that I would hear from my staff, from other people. By hiring you, I hired a coach. And I play a lot of tennis. And all the great tennis players have coaches. And no matter how successful you think you might be, there's always so much to learn. Mm-hmm. And by hiring someone like you who is intently focused on how to market your bar, that brings to me a wealth of knowledge that I don't have, because I do a little bit of marketing. I do a lot of operations. I do finance, administration, construction. I'm always working on several different things. So hiring you gave me a tremendous amount of expertise and really trumped everything else I was doing, because it allowed me to focus on my customers that would come in on a personal basis, communicating with them via mail, and then creating deeper relationships with them versus just digital media.
Right. And so before, in your marketing, when you're sending out emails, and I remember getting the response and the testimonial from you, and I sent it out to my audience before, but were you ever getting responses from people thanking you for how generous you were, or what they thought of you as a business owner?
No, because my emails were beautiful. I mean, I had a beautiful template, and they looked great, and they would go out, and all they were doing was talking about me, meaning the bar, and why you should come to the bar.
Right.
This is it. You should come here for this. Versus the LRVO plan, in which I'm trying to come up with something that is more for you. Like here's something significant for you to enjoy a great time at, no investment on your part. Just come in and we'll take care of you.
Right. Okay. And, as entrepreneurs, we all face fears and concerns when it comes to, investing back into our business. So, I mean, what was it that made you overcome? Because I'm sure when you found me, you're like, should I not? What was it that really made you say, you know what, I want to work with this guy?
Well, number one is I had run the previous year and a half. I was also running another company, a relationship building organization, like a country club for business owners. So I really was able to spend a lot of time reading business owners. And so I felt really good about you, where you were coming from, your breadth of knowledge. I felt it was great. I've had business coaches in the past. I never had a marketing coach per se. But once I talked to you, a lot of the fears went away. I have a bullshit meter. I run a bar. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, someone's always trying to get something over on me from a customer point of view or from a patron. People want DJs, promoters. People want something, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I felt I could trust you, and I felt you had something to offer.
Oh, okay. And, my last question for you is, how has this made your life easier with you working with me, creating this formula? It's all automated. Pretty much we're getting people into the marketing system through online and offline medias using the staff. But then from there, it's just everything's automated with the emails, the direct mail pieces, the personalized letters. What has that done for you?
One word: accountability. As a business owner, you typically are not accountable to anybody for the production that you put out in your role as the owner or the GM.
Right.
By having you, I'm paying you. So I'm accountable to the fact that I'm writing a check every month, and you're on me and you've presented me a plan. If I don't fulfill the plan, I've let everybody down, because now there's no excuse. Here it is. I'm paying for it. It's right there. And there's Nick. Want to know where we're at on it.
Right.
Accountability is huge in in every position. But when you're at the top, you tend not to have much of an accountability. So I'm grateful that we have this now.
Okay. And, the very last thing, I'm creating a product, LRVO, Marketing Promotional Formula, online course, because I've been turning so many bar restaurant owners down. I hate to do that. So now what I'm doing is, this formula, I'm creating a package deal, all the templates, all the websites, all the emails, everything. And I'm going to give that to bar restaurant owners where they can kind of do it themselves, and they have everything done for them. It's just they need to put it into action. Would you suggest this to other bar restaurant owners who want to take their business to the next level?
If they can't hire you?
Yeah. So it's not with me one-on-one. It's kind of for them. They still can, but I can only take on, obviously, so many people at so many times because of, there's only so much time in a day. So
Sure.
I'm creating this for the people who I can't do that for, or who can't really afford, the monthly services for that.
So Nick in a box for less money, and you run it yourself.
Right.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend that.
Okay.
For
Well,
sure.
Gary, that's it. I want to thank you for the call, and I just wanted to get your testimonial about the program, what it's done for you, and that's about it. So I appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much, Nick. It's great working with you.
Thanks.